Why is it so difficult to make the healthy changes that we know can help us feel better and live longer? And why is it so hard to make new habits last? Old habits are challenging to overcome because they are ingrained in our identity, and change is inherently challenging. To change old habits, it is essential to first understand how habits work. Our habit-forming behaviors have been scientifically linked to the basal ganglia, the autopilot part of our brain. The basal ganglia plays a role in decision-making, reward, motivation, and habits. It is important to first understand the components of habits to be able to change old habits. All habits, positive or negative, old or new, consist of three factors: cue, routine, and reward. Cues are sometimes referred to as triggers. They are sensory reminders that cause memories or certain patterns to re-emerge. Routines are the actions taken in response to a cue or trigger. Routines provide a pattern and predictability, making it easy to revert to old patterns. Because of previous routines, old behavioral patterns are familiar because they have been repeatedly done. Because of routines, old patterns and behaviors require less time and effort because we are good at doing them. Old behaviors feel safe because they have been tried and are tied up with beliefs about who we are. Rewards are what signals that the habit cycle is complete. The last component of behavior to understand is the reward a person gets from completing an old behavior. Reward gives our brain the incentive to repeat the action. For example, every time we receive a notification, we pick up the phone, no matter how much our conscious brain wants to leave it there and get on with work. To change any habit, simply target the cue, routine, and reward of a habit. Use these 10 scientifically proven strategies to make your new habit stick. The first step is to identify the habit or habits you want to change. Identify what you would like to change by writing them down. Making a list of things you would like to change will bring them to your consciousness. The second step is identifying how your old habits benefit you. What are you getting out of your old habit or habits? For example, is the habit comforting, numbing, or helping you avoid something? The third step is to set your vision. Most people often aim for drastic changes, which is a common mistake. You got to start small with incremental changes that are doable, limited, and singular. The fourth step is to choose something to replace the old habit or pattern. Just asserting yourself to change is not enough because it does not address the three components: cue, routine, and reward. Replacing a habit with an alternate behavior is a good way to change or break a habit. For example, eating fruit when you think about a processed sweet. Or journaling when you are stressed or anxious. Reading a book when you are bored. Or chewing a piece of gum when you want a cigarette. The fifth step is to remove triggers. Avoid tempting situations. For example, if you always stop for a donut on your way to work, try a different route. If you cannot remove triggers, the sixth step, which involves preparing yourself mentally, is critical. If you cannot avoid a tempting situation, prepare yourself in advance. Think about how you want to handle it and practice your plan mentally. Mindful visualization can help retrain the brain. Spend some time every day envisioning yourself with new habits. For example, picture yourself exercising and enjoying it, or eating healthy foods. The seventh step involves applying effort daily. Apply effort daily, consistently, and purposefully, as this will help develop habits. The eighth step involves monitoring your negative self-talk and emotions. To change a habit, you will need to consciously fight the part of you that is connected with old patterns. Adopt the right mindset for change by repeating an affirming statement like, "I have the skills to develop my new habit and just need some time." The ninth step involved accepting that you will sometimes falter, as we all do. Old habits do not change overnight. Remind yourself that you are human and change takes time. Habits usually take several weeks to change. You must reinforce that bundle of nerves in your brain to change your default settings. And the 10th step involves rewarding yourself for small steps. Motivate yourself to change your habits by using incentives or rewards. Give yourself a healthy treat after achieving a small goal or milestone. Try setting a goal for the week, and if you reach it, treat yourself. Knowing there is a reward in the future might motivate you to stick with your plan to break that habit. To summarize, changing a habit, especially deeply ingrained ones, can be very difficult. It might take some trial and error and a bit of time to make that change. But with a plan and a lot of patience, your new behaviors can soon become second nature. If you need help ending more difficult habits, consider contacting a mental health professional or enlisting support. Please comment if there are other steps you have used that have helped change old habits. Remember to like and subscribe to get notifications about similar videos.